But meanwhile, there's huge worries on the right from one of the major Republican talking heads, Glenn Beck. For example, that, he'll sit there and he'll say, "Oh, America is being destroyed from within. This isn't the country I recognize. This is insane that we could give health care to everyone. And what's going on? Latino women in the Supreme Court? What is this world coming to? This is the end of America as we know it." So, he'll get on his show and he'll spew just all this trash. And, Republicans, they're very follow the leader-ish. They don't like to think for themselves. So, they're going to turn on his show and, of course, believe everything he's saying. Well, fine. Live in your own little bubble, watch what you want to watch. Great. But recently on Glenn Beck's show, who, by the way, he is not on Headline News anymore. His show is now on Fox News. I know, we're all blown away. We're shocked. Fox News has a Republican show? What? I know. Seriously, this is very serious to me, what happened on his show. He had this guest on, and I want clip 18 in a second, please. He had this guest on, and we've seen this guy before. Clearly, they're never short of their crazy conservatives to pull out of the woodwork. I mean, obviously, they interview Rove as if he's a credible source when he's basically a criminal. And then Liddy, he went to jail, and the same thing with Ollie North. And, it's like they view these guys as clear spokesmen for the right, regardless of their background. They applauded Mr. David Bitter when he came back after he slept with a hooker like he won the lottery or something. So yeah, I mean, these guys will celebrate just about anything, as long as they'll pat each other on the back. What is this, high school? You slept with a hooker? Yeah! Come on! This is our country. This is our way of life we're talking about. We're in a recession. There is a war. But you slept with a hooker. Way to go. Anyway, Beck has this guy on a show by the name of Michael Schur. Now, Michael was one of the heads of the Bin Laden issue station in the government during, I may be slightly wrong on this, but I think it was what I have on my notes here. It says from 1996 to 99. I believe that's accurate, actually. He was one of the guys in charge of getting Osama bin Laden. He wasn't particularly successful, but hey, he was a former CIA employee. So Beck has him on a show, and let's go ahead and see what this guy has to say. Let's play 18, please.
So you have seen this. Do you really honestly believe that we have come to a place to where those very senior people in the highest offices of the land, Congress and the White House, really will not do the right thing in the end, that they won't see the error of their ways?
No, sir, they will not. The only chance we have as a country right now is for Osama bin Laden to deploy and detonate a major weapon in the United States.
Wow. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. I mean, was this maybe their way of thinking in August of 2001? Maybe all those crazy conspiracy theorists aren't completely wrong. I mean, advocating for Osama, so first of all, you have a guest on your show that you would even allow to say something like that. I mean, this is unbelievable. So you have a former CIA agent on your show, on national television, the fair and balanced Fox News station, Mr. Glenn Beck. You have this guy on your show, and that you would allow him to spew this massive amount of unpatriotic hate. I mean, that you would allow that in the first place is a big deal. And the second big deal is that you're sitting there and you're talking to him like he's a buddy. I mean, yes, people say stuff all the time that's crazy. Hell, if you ever listen to my show, I open my mouth a couple of times. It baffles me that Glenn Beck would allow this type of rhetoric on his show, this type of, propaganda, hate speech from a former CIA employee. I mean, I understand. I do. I understand that people maybe say things they shouldn't sometimes, and that's fine. But as the host of your show, Mr. Glenn Beck, I'm sure you backpedaled, right? No? No, you didn't? Wait, what? He didn't backpedal at all? No, well, clearly he didn't. Let's listen to this. Play part B to... Yeah, let's listen again. Here we go.
Because it's going to take a grassroots, bottom-up pressure, because these politicians prize their office, prize the praise of the media and the Europeans. It's an absurd situation again. Only Osama can execute an attack which will force Americans to demand that their government protect them effectively, consistently, and with as much violence as necessary.
Which is why I was thinking this weekend that would be if I were him, that would be the last thing I would do right now.
So, now, Glenn Beck has a lot of thoughts that, he likes to share regarding Osama bin Laden, and his guest thinks that the only way that we will save us from ourselves, from doing the horrible work of, giving health care to underprivileged people, to improving our schools, from going from a oil-based economy to a green economy. Well, the only person that can stop us is Osama bin Laden.